Society says, just express yourself. Society also says, no, not quite like that. People are encouraged to be authentic, but only within boundaries that stay cryptic. Those boundaries are not written down in sight. They are enforced through reaction and social bite, approval, silence, ridicule, exclusion's echo, algorithmic burying, polite disengagement's shadow. So it feels hypocritical in the way we're shown. The invitation is wide, yet tolerance overthrown. A few precise points are worth grounding within before we decide where expression should begin. Expression is never evaluated in a vacuum of air. It is filtered through timing, context, and who is there, perceived status, delivery style, emotional span, the bandwidth available in each listening clan. The exact same thought may be praised as profound or dismissed as discomfort that should not resound. Just be yourself is often coded advice for be functional enough to keep groups feeling nice. That is not evil, nor secretly cruel design. It is survival psychology working along the line. Where it becomes painful is for those wired intense, philosophical, traumatized, with divergent sense, artistically tuned or soberly honest with shade. Their natural expression walks, edges, unafraid, so they receive feedback both warm and severe, encouragement first, then subtle social fear. It creates a double bind hard to escape, a paradox tightening behavioral shape. If you suppress yourself, you feel false in your skin. If you fully express, you risk exile within. The trick most effective creators later refine is not self-censorship, but modulation by design. Same truth, yet measured in different degree. Same story, reframed for accessibility. Same depth, but offered with an opening door, an entry point listeners can stand before. This is not selling out to the market or crowd. It is transmission strategy spoken aloud. There is also a harsh but practical reality. Society rewards expression that offers utility, insight, entertainment, relief from the strain, beauty, recognition, energizing the brain. If expression feels like discharge still raw, audiences retreat with instinctive withdrawal. If the same material is shaped to be used, they lean closer in, curious and enthused. So the real question becomes less protest or plea, and more how to package what is true within me, things you may be missing a tactical view on, separating private processing from what you present, editing for stamina without losing intent, using art forms as vessels that safely contain, instead of raw textual torrents of pain, building a niche that is willing to hear, rather than shouting for everyone's ear, releasing with rhythm so language feels known, until over time your signal is grown. There is also timing that colours the read, late night confession versus morning agreed. Drunk crisis expression may carry the same core, yet clarity at sunrise lands differently at shore. A risk worth watching as narratives form. If you literalize memes, they can freeze you in storm. Not all rejection is society playing pretend. Sometimes it is signal on how messages send.